I am wearing a mask on my face. You see?
Oh, you're wearing a mask? No, I can't see. Oh, really? Let me see.
Skincare,
Ah, come
skincare.
closer.
Yeah.
No, it's not clear, so I can't see anything.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot to wash it. To
No,
wash
what's
my
okay? Do you
face.
want to go?
Okay.
Do you need to go and wash it? Do you need to go and wash it or okay?
Yes. Please give me 5 minutes.
Course,
Yeah.
of course, of course. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Well, so I'm sharing my screen. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk
It's my
about claps.
sister. Yeah. It's my sister that I met yesterday morning. Was this
Yeah.
in 2004 that your son was born? Yeah. It was in my car that got broken yesterday. It was John's. It was. It is. Or it was. Um, Lab sentence. Yes.
S-
Anderson.
Yeah. So
I got
first
it.
of all, we have two types of clap sentences. The first one, it's clapped. And the second one, WH clap. So WH. So why we use it? Actually, let's talk the first thing about this structure. Why do we use clap sentence? Actually, we use it, especially as I told you, speaking, to connect what is already understood to what is new to the listener. So in a clap sentence, a single message divided into two clauses. And this allows us to focus on the new information. So it's normally, as I told you, for example, I have met your mother. This is a normal. Now I want to ask you a question, okay? And you say, you've met my mother, haven't you? So this is, you've met my mother. Okay, haven't you? So I have a tag question here. Now the answer is no. Now I want to give information, add information. No, it was your sister. It was your sister. That is optional. Because of this I put it in parentheses, so it's optional. You can omit it, so it's your choice. It was your sister that I met. So two parts. It was your sister. The second clause, I met, or that I met. It's your choice. Or no, it wasn't your mother. So you can use it in negative. No, it wasn't your mother that I met. So you can use negative or positive. This part, is easy. So you know this part, and of course, and now you are familiar with the structure. Now let's talk about WH. So, for example, when I ask you, is it April that you are going on holiday? Just let me, actually, my focus is on the month April. So because of this, I use cleft sentence in my question. I say, is it April? So I focus on April. If I want to ask, okay, where are you going? Yeah, when are you going on holiday? When? So no other. But when I say, is it April? I focus on April, okay? Well, so let's talk about the second part, okay? WH cleft. So what I need is a holiday. WH clef sentences are most often introduced by what, but we can also use why or where, okay, or how, etc. But the most common is what. And the information in the WH clause is typically old or understood information, while information in the following clause is new. So, for example, I don't know what to cook for them. I don't know what they like. What they like is, for example, smoked salmon. So, what they like. So as you can see, I begin with what, and after that is the second what is smoked, for example, salmon. Okay, so what they like is. So normally we ask question and then we answer. Of course, you can say, for example, I'm really tired of everything. And what I really like is a vacation. What I really like is a break. What we need to do is, for example, I don't know, is something like get new batteries for it or something like this. Okay, for example, a remote control isn't working. A remote control isn't working. Okay, what we need to do is, or what we need is a battery, or what we need to do is get new batteries for it. Okay, so I have two parts here. Well, and I want to focus on the second part, so on buying something. So what we need, okay, buying something. So we have two parts here, as you can see, what we need, two phrases. There is something that we need to fix our remote control. And what is that? That is batteries. So this is about WH clef. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so, and just there is something else. Let me something about it clef. Sometimes I can use it clef with people, subject, and who or that. For example, it was my husband who you spoke on the phone. It was my husband, so let me write here. So this is about, it was my husband. Now, who or that. As I told you, you can use who or that, but here, because subject is a person, I can say it was my, so I can use a who. It was my husband who you spoke to on the phone. Who was that? Or it was my husband you spoke to on the phone. It was my husband you spoke to. So it's your choice. You can use or no. Okay. Well, now it's your turn to do 2 examples using WH and it cleft.
Yeah. Oh, what I impressed about you is what I impress about you is your smile. Smile.
Yeah, what I impress about you. So here actually what I get, something like what I impressed, but here the meaning has a problem. Okay, you can say what I like about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for
What
now,
I like about you is
yeah,
your
of
face.
course. But
Mm,
if you want to say, for example, because I impress you, it's
mm,
something like, so you get impressed by me. It's something like when you get impressed because I normally, but it's better to change it, okay? Because what impressed me, you can say this. What impresses me about you is your
mm,
smile. So you can say you need to change subject and object.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
So
impressed
what
me
impresses me about you is your
is
smile.
your smile. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, really? Thank you. Really? Yeah. Okay,
uh,
very good.
and mm, it's my husband who you met yesterday.
Yeah, who
Uh,
you met. Yeah, very good. Or it was my husband you met. So you can omit it. It's okay. So let me write here. Gets impressed. Just, we get impressed by someone if you want to use impress. Or you need to change what impresses us. But you can also use get impressed. Okay, so is it clear? Do you have any question related to these 2 types of sentences or no?
yes, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay, very good, very good. So as you can see, we have some examples. So it was, look, the modern mobile phone was invented in 1973. So 1973 is underlined. So we should emphasize, we should focus on this part. Okay, so it was, okay, in 1973 that the modern, but there is a problem. It was in 1973. It was 1973. So you can omit in, so it's okay that the modern mobile phone was invented. So it's okay. It was over 200 million monopoly sets that they sold all over the world. Okay. But we have, let me say something. Of course, we have some examples here, but we have better examples to use it clef, or for example, WH clef. So we have better examples, but of course, they're good examples. So you can see just, we put it was, and after that, of course, this first and the second clause. Well, we have an audio track. So let's listen. Listen to the radio and decide whether these statements are true or false. So let me play this audio track. Unit 13.
Unit 8. Money. Recording 1. Welcome to Money Matters, presented by Jimmy Stevens. Today, we're going to talk about 4 of the best money-making ideas in history. What do you think this is? It's a food which you don't eat. It's a sweet which is made of rubber. It's chewing gum. Chewing gum was originally made from chicle, a plant from Central and South America, but now many gum companies use rubber. No one knows who first used chewing gum, but it was in 1891 that Wrigley Company started making and selling it. Many people say it helps them to concentrate, and the US Army gives gum to its soldiers for this reason. Today, the industry is worth nearly $20 billion a year. On to our next big money maker. The first telephone that could be carried around was invented in 1908. In the 1954 film Sabrina, a character, played by actor Humphrey Bogart, made a call from the back of his car. But it was in 1973 that the modern mobile phone was invented by an American, Martin Cooper. And in the 1980s, mobiles started to become popular. Many countries, including the UK, now have more mobile phones than people. Next is the iPod. It's small and light. It plays and stores music. A company called Apple invented it. But Vinnie Cecco was the man that gave the iPod its name. He saw the machine and thought of a line from the film 2001: A Space Odyssey. Open the pod bay door, Hal. The iPod arrived on the market in 2001. In 2007, from January to March, Apple earned £1.8 billion from iPod sales. Our final big money maker is all about making money. In 1934, Charles Darrow showed a game to a company called Parker Brothers. Did they want to invest in it? No, they didn't. So, with a friend who worked in a printing company, Mr. Darrow made 500 copies of the game and started selling them under the name Monopoly. The idea of the game is to buy streets where you can build houses and hotels. It soon became popular, and Parker Brothers agreed to produce it. Today, the owners say they've sold over 200 million Monopoly sets, and 750 million people have played it. The game is truly international. It's sold in 103 countries and in 37 languages.
Well, okay. The first one.
Chew comes from Central and South America too.
True. Chickles come from Central and South. Okay. And number 2.
We know that the US soldiers were the first people to eat chewing gum. We heard that they eat the US soldier eat chewing gum, but I don't know. The first
Yeah,
people
of
are not.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
very.
were.
We don't know. And number
The first
3.
mobile phone. The first mobile phone was invented in 1991 and not in 1954.
So it was not in 1954. Yeah. I can remember, but it wasn't 1954. Maybe
The
19.
US
Yeah.
has more mobile phone than people. Yes, true.
And
The name part. Oh, no, number 5, I don't know. Number 4,
the
yes.
name
Number
iPod
6,
comes from, yeah, a film. Yeah, a film called Space Odyssey. Yeah, of course.
2.
And
The public to
6.
the public, and yet the number 6, 2.
And 7.
7, 2.
Yeah. And the last one?
I don't know the last one. Can I hear it again?
Of course,
Listen
yes.
to
Of
listen
course, you
again.
can listen again.
Unit 8. Money. Recording 1. Welcome to Money Matters, presented by Jimmy Stevens. Today, we're going to talk about 4 of the best money-making ideas in history. What do you think this is? It's a food which you don't eat. It's a sweet which is made of rubber. It's chewing gum. Chewing gum was originally made from chicle, a plant from Central and South America, but now many gum companies use rubber. No one knows who first used chewing gum, but it was in 1891 that Wrigley Company started making and selling it. Many people say it helps them to concentrate, and the US Army gives gum to its soldiers for this reason. Today, the industry is worth nearly $20 billion a year. On to our next big money maker. The first telephone that could be carried around was invented in 1908. In the 1954 film Sabrina, a character, played by actor Humphrey Bogart, made a call from the back of his car. But it was in 1973 that the modern mobile phone was invented by an American, Martin Cooper. And in the 1980s, mobiles started to become popular. Many countries, including the UK, now have more mobile phones than people. Next is the iPod. It's small and light. It plays and stores music. A company called Apple invented it. But Vinny Cecco was the man that gave the iPod its name. He saw the machine and thought of a line from the film 2001: A Space Odyssey. Open the pod bay door, Hal. The iPod arrived on the market in 2001. In 2007, from January to March, Apple earned £1.8 billion from iPod sales. Our final big moneymaker is all about making money. In 1934, Charles Darrow showed a game to a company called Parker Brothers. Did they want to invest in it? No, they didn't. So, with a friend who worked in a printing company, Mr. Darrow made 500 copies of the game and started selling them under the name Monopoly. The idea of the game is to buy streets where you can build houses and hotels. It soon became popular, and Parker Brothers agreed to produce it. Today, the owners say they've sold over 200 million Monopoly sets, and 750 million people have played it. The game is truly international. It's sold in 103 countries and in 37 languages.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's, the number 8, invent the name Monopoly.
Yeah.
Number 8, it's
Yeah.
true or false?
No,
False, maybe false.
it's false. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
Parker
number
Brothers. Yeah,
17.
of course. You know, they invested later, but the first person, the inventor, was Charles, another person. Yeah, but later they, of course, you know, and they didn't invest immediately, you know, even
Yes.
not immediately, but after that, and that is really interesting. You know, the definition of the word monopoly in business, as we
Monopoly.
discussed before, do you remember single
Yes.
product? No competitor. And here we have a game, as I told you, in general English, Monopoly is a kind of game. And you know, we have single, no competitor. So it's interesting. So I think the name comes from the definition of business, you know, the the business definition of monopoly, and that's interesting. Well, okay. So, do you have any questions about this lesson, this structure, or something that you want to ask me related to this topic, or move on the new topic?
Yeah. move on to the new topic.
Of
Don't have
course.
any questions.
Very good. Okay. Let me say something. You know that you can speak clearly and, of course, mostly without mistake, but there is an issue with you speaking. And you know what it is?
I don't know.
You are not self-assured. You are not self-confident. You are afraid of making mistake. Because of this, you are not sure, but you are actually giving correct answer. You are speaking very well, but you are afraid. Just be sure. Just be sure and be confident. Just the point is here. Because of this, sometimes, because, we have something like intonation and word stress that is really important in speaking English. And that is, your tone. Sometimes you need to rise and sometimes you follow your tone is something like this, or some words are extra, so it's okay. Just I want to say that be sure about yourself because you will speak very well. Be sure and speak stronger. Okay,
Yes.
just the point is here because you know the words and you know how to use, and that's really good. Just be sure
Mm.
and
Just be
be,
sure. Just be sure. Or
yeah,
sure. Sure.
be
How
sure,
can
be sure and be confident. Be sure to be sure.
to be
Be
sure?
sure. Yeah. Be sure.
Be sure.
Be
Yes.
confident.
To be
Yeah.
sure. Be confident. To
Yeah.
be sure. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. And now let's
Do you
move on.
often something?
Yeah, shopping. Yeah. We like this topic. Okay, so let's talk about shopping. And tell me, do you like shopping and how often do you go shopping?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do often shopping. Yes, I often go shopping. Now, I often shopped at the E-Mart mall, and it's very near my house. Um, Maybe once a month or twice a month, I go shopping with
Yeah,
my husband or my children.
of
Mm,
course. And tell me, what is the first thing in your, I don't know, list of shopping when you go shopping? So of course, I'm talking about yourself. If you want to buy something for yourself, what is the first thing that you buy?
um, Maybe the first thing I go shopping is my shoes or my dress.
Of
Oh,
course,
yeah,
yeah, of course, shoes.
my
Yeah,
shoes. Yeah, shoes.
well, and who tell me about shopping grocery. So who does it? You or your husband or together?
Uh, Grocery. I go grocery. I do grocery every day or twice a week.
Ah, of course. So
But
you do,
yes,
yeah,
but I go shopping for clothes maybe twice a month,
yeah,
once a month. Yeah.
yeah, of
Mm.
course. Twice or once a month. Very good. Well, and let me ask you, so because I have actually I don't know, this attitude towards shopping is something like when I feel like depressed, I feel blue sometimes, I'm not in a mood, I go shopping. and it really works. So do you have the same thing as something like that you feel like? Do you have the same feeling about shopping?
When I feel blues, I don't go shopping. I don't know why, but I don't go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, of
I
course.
stay
So
at home, do my housework, read the book.
yeah,
Yes, I don't go out.
yeah, interesting. Really interesting.
But
Yeah,
I think going shopping can help to less regret. Has
yeah, of
me,
course.
yeah,
Of course, I do agree with you. Um, Something like it helps sometimes, especially for ladies. For women, of course, I think it's really helpful when you feel blue, or I don't know, something like it's kind of meditation. Well, okay, so we're gonna let me check if we have this video. So Ellen, you know Ellen?
yes, yes, I know her. She's a famous, uh, um, yeah, on the TV. It TV
Yeah,
show, very
yeah, of
famous.
course. Host, of course.
Maybe she sells clothes on TV, or
No, no, not at all.
uh,
Actually,
she
no.
talk. Well, I watch her. She talk to the famous person on TV show. Uh, After that, I saw the website or the link to ask people buy clothes. So I misunderstand that she's want
So
to
let me
pick,
say,
want to sell that.
you're right. No, there are some gifts, like gifts. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So she is a
yes,
host of a very famous TV program. Okay, and for many years, of course, she was, she was been, I think, a host for many years, and she actually used to invite all the celebrities, or for example famous people, actors, actresses, to talk, to interview. That's really, it was really a good program. And she has lots of fans in the US, so she's a host, and sometimes she
okay.
gives some gifts, yeah,
Yeah,
to the guests who are invited to program.
yeah.
Yeah, so let's see this part together. Okay, okay, 14. Let me share the screen.
It is finally election day. It seems like people. It is finally election day. It seems like people in this country are sick of talking about the election, so I'm not going to talk about the election. I want to talk about something different, something that I think we can all relate to, and that is shopping. Now, shopping is, it's usually fun. It sounds fun. You're like, oh, I'm going to go shopping. And clothes may look good when you're in the store, but then you get home and there are little things that kind of surprise you. Like it's all of a sudden too stretchy, or it's too scratchy, or the security tags are still on because you forgot to pay. You know, have you ever bought this? This is something that happens to me once in a while. Have you bought a shirt and you try it on in the store and you're looking at it the way you look at yourself with a shirt on, and you're like, oh, it's a cute shirt. I'm going to buy this. And then you get home and you put it on and you wear it for the first time, and you're at work and you go to reach for something and the shirt goes above your belly button. You're all of a sudden like, you, it just surprises you. Like, I don't know where it goes way, way high. So then you're scared it's going to happen again. The rest of the day, you just keep it. You won't wave to anybody the whole day. And people are like, what's with her? She's unfriendly, and that's an ugly shirt. I'm assuming that's what they think. I don't know. And have you ever bought a pair of new shoes? Anybody? Yeah. Oh, we have so much in common. So here's something that happens when you try new shoes on. Suddenly, we try out shoes like we've never walked in our life. We do things that we'll never do. We put them on and we go. Like, who's going to ever walk like that? And then you're like, well, I wonder if I'm on my tiptoes, what that's going to be like. And you never are going to do that. It's hard to tell how it's going to look, too, because that little mirror is just on the ground. You're like, are those my feet? Or I don't even know how they look with the rest of me. That's a tiny mirror. And then you're squatting down to see yourself in the mirror with your shoes. And, of course, the salesperson convinces you because they've got that metal thing that proves it's all perfect. Because that metal thing, first of all, the metal thing doesn't work. The width and the length and the... But they say you're not supposed to have too much room with your toes. And they're like, no, it's perfect. Your toes should be jammed up against the end. And you're like... Okay, so you buy them, and peer pressure, and then you wear them to work, and then they squeak. And then it didn't squeak in the store because there's different flooring that's squeak. They never, ever squeak in the floor. And I think that there's a certain kind of carpet that shoe stores have that are squeak-free. It's just a theory. It's not a conspiracy theory, but... Then you're squeaking down the halls at work, and then you do everything you can to try to quiet them, and so you start walking faster, like you can walk fast enough to outsqueak the that doesn't work. You walk slowly, then you're late for your meeting, and then as soon as you walk into someone's office, they're like, who's squeaking? And you're like, me. Oh, the shirt hikes up. And then, let me give you some advice on how to avoid these problems. Get your shirts and your shoes from Ed by Ellen. They're the perfect length. The shoes are perfect. And they're excellent shoes for dancing.
Okay. So let me stop sharing. Yeah, of course. So let me share the screen again. Yeah, of course. We can say that all of us, at least experienced it at least once in our lives, because we normally buy something, we are really happy with it at a store, and after that, when we go home and we want to try it again, we see that, okay, something like really different, especially I don't know about, and something like self-care, they try to convince you that it's okay, especially about shoes. Okay, just walk, and it will be comfortable if you walk for more than, for example, 1 hour, and after you feel like, no, I can't, it doesn't work. So have you ever experienced something like this, having problem? You bought something and then you regretted. You said, okay, really? I chose this?
Yes, sometimes I get the struggle, like the Ellen talked.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree with what she said.
Yeah.
Sometimes I am in the same situation.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
For example, when I try my shoes in the store, I walk around the store. They are okay with my feet, but
Yeah.
when I came home, it not fit anymore.
Yeah.
And I feel pain when I wear it.
Yeah, of course.
Especially I have a lot of experience with the shoes when I buy shoes.
Okay.
When I buy
Yeah.
shoes. Yes.
Yeah, you know, because they want to convince us that it's okay, but you're not okay. We feel like, okay, that's okay. Just let me be patient because we like something, and then when they bring it home and say, wow, it's not perfect at all. And you know, I have some experiences about shirts and t-shirts. I bought something and that was really good. I don't know what's wrong with their mirrors. You know, at the
Mm.
store, it's really beautiful. Fit on me,
Mhm.
really beautiful. And I look really good. But you know, after that, when I get home, immediately when I say it's like, you know, someone else is wearing, you know, this t-shirt or shirt. Yeah, I have some bad experience about shirt and t-shirt, but so it's interesting. Sometimes it's really funny.
Mhm.
Well, okay. So, let's keep going. Okay, so pick up. The first word of this
Person.
session is pick up. Just I want to give you three alternatives. Buy, purchase, pick up. Buy is normal, so we normally use buy to buy something, but we have two other alternatives. So to purchase is formal. So the first one, to purchase, formal language,
Actually.
and to pick up, informal. It means buy. So you can pick up something, okay? So you can pick up something, pick up groceries. So that is informal. Pick up some clothes, okay? Some clothing items. So that is informal, okay? When we normally use when speaking, of course. So pick up. This one, that is shopping spree. So shopping spree is a short period of time in which you buy a lot of things. So you go on a shopping spree. You go on a shopping spree. It means when you have money, okay, let's go and buy lots of things in a short period of time. So if I had much money, I would go on a shopping spree without thinking a lot. Of course, you don't need to think about it when you have lots of money. So just don't worry and spend it. So I would go on a shopping spree without. So it means, yeah,
Mhm.
a short period of time in which you buy lots of things.
Yeah.
Well,
That is something.
window shopping. I don't know. It's not cup of my tea because I don't like, you know, window shopping is something like spending time looking at goods on sale in shop windows without intending to buy any of them. So it's something I don't like it. I did not like it. So I say, if I want to buy something, yeah, I go and buy it, but I don't want to spend time just looking at the goods or things on sale in shop windows without intending to buy. So this is the meaning of window shopping. Spending time looking at the goods and things on sale in shop windows. Do you go window shopping?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go window shopping with my friends. When we have a coffee, after the coffee, I go shopping, window shopping with my
Ah, of
friends. Yeah.
course, of course. Yeah, with
But
friends.
yeah, with friends. But sometimes, but most of most of the times I bought it. I pick up
You pick up.
something.
So you actually you don't intend to buy, but you buy.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's good. Yeah, I know, I know. So because of this, I don't go. I don't go window shopping because I know that maybe if I like something, of course I will buy. So I say, okay, don't do this. Yeah. Well, shop around. Another word, phrase. Actually,
yeah,
no, nowadays, all people are actually price aware. It means they are aware about price and quality of goods. So shopping around means to compare the price and quality of the same or similar object in different shops before you decide which one to buy. So that's really important. So first of all, let's compare. Okay, let's go to different shops to compare price and quality. Then, because they're similar, so I see the same t-shirt in 2 or 3 shops, then I can go and compare. First the price, then the quality. If it's good and which one is good, let's buy it. So, okay. So, do you always shop around for the best deal?
yes. Because if we go to shop around, we will have a best deal.
Okay.
Maybe you will have the best deal. And my mom and my mother-in-law always tell
Of
me to
course,
shop
moms.
around, but
So,
we don't have a time, or we think there are not much differences about the price,
of
and we don't
course.
have enough time, so I buy it. I don't shop around.
Yeah, of course, very good. But you don't go to shop around, just you shop around.
Yes,
So
shop
it's
around.
good. Yeah, it's good to shop around for the best deal so that you can compare prices and of course, price and quality and buy the best.
Yes, yes, I know. I think we should shop around.
Yeah, of course, it's really important. Well, and this word, shopaholic, but I want to talk about a holic, not only shopaholic. So let me,
Shopaholic.
yeah,
Shopaholic.
we use a holic
Shopaholic.
at the
Yes.
end of different words. And what does it mean when we use a holic? So in the text. So actually, a holic that is used, as a suffix at the end of some words means a person who has an addiction or obsession with some object. So if I am addiction to something, I can't control my desire. So, or obsession with something, you are a holic. So a holic, when actually is added to the end of a word as a suffix, we
Shopaholic.
say a person who has an addiction to or obsession with some object or activity. So it can be different. For example, we have different words, not only so you can actually use shopaholic, alcoholic, workaholic. Okay, so different words, not only shop, so anything. Well, so we have different words. For example, I don't know, something like bookaholic. Bookaholic.
Work,
So
yes, workaholic.
workaholic, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Maybe my husband is workaholic.
Yeah, workaholic. Many time, actually spending lots of time in working. So junkaholic, junk food. So you really
Yeah,
like, you're
workaholic,
addicted
yeah.
to junkaholic. Or
Or
musicaholic.
tea milk, tea milk, collect, tea milk collect.
Yeah.
Aholic.
Two milkaholic. Yeah. And some people are talkaholic. Talkaholic.
Oh
So
yeah,
they are addicted to actually talking.
yeah,
Sleepaholic. Some people sleep a lot. So they're addicted. They are actually obsession with sleep.
sleep,
So
sleepaholic.
sleepaholic. Yeah. Shopaholic, sleepaholic.
Oh,
Lots of words.
my friends, my friends yesterday, she was shopaholic and talkaholic.
Ah,
My friend, yeah, she told me, uh, during our,
yeah.
for hour, she told me for hour about, what she what she buy, and she talked, um,
Yeah.
mm, she, she, she only talked, I just listened to her.
Ah,
Uh, she
so-
talked on it until 2 a.m. Until 2 a.m.
oh, so it's,
Oh,
yeah, of course, talkaholic, and but we have another word, a person who talks constantly,
consent,
I don't know,
consent.
about some, I don't know, some unimportant matters, for example, we don't have much of something to say, but we only use lots of words to talk. This is, let me say this is chatterbox. When you
Chatterbox.
like talk, yeah,
Yeah,
chatterbox, when you like talking, but it's something like, uh, actually, you are not talking about something really important. You're just talking. For example, you talk constantly, continually, I don't know, about normal matters, something like not really important. So this is chatter or talkative, and talkaholic is really good. Yes, some people are addicted to talking, so
mm-hmm.
talkaholic is a really good word.
Good word.
Yeah,
Talkaholic is a good word.
good word, good word. So talkaholic you can use.
Yes,
So
yes,
yeah,
okay.
foodaholic, talkaholic. I don't know, something like.
Um,
Uh, any word. So I can say that for example, chocoholic, chocoholic, chocolate, a person
choco,
who are addicted. Yeah, of
chocoholic.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chocolate.
And cleanaholic. Some people are addicted to cleaning, all the time. So they're cleanaholic. So
My
everything.
sister,
Ah,
my mother is cleanaholic.
cleanaholic. They are cleanaholic. Yeah, of course. They're clean. And of course,
My
some people are
sister can clean. She can clean her house in the U.S. in California. My sister, yeah,
yeah.
she can clean the house from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m.
So I think so. Tell me what, because it's not. I know that it's not. So it's not an apartment. So I think she lives in a house. Yeah,
Yes.
of course. I know what you say because it takes time. Yeah, it takes time, but she needs actually to get help from someone because it's really hard. Spending lots of time cleaning
Maybe she
house.
doesn't have enough time to do housework.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
she's a nurse, so she don't have enough time to cook
Yes.
and to
So she
do.
needs to get help.
Yeah, but it's very not good for her health.
Yeah, of course. So it's, when you like doing something, of course, when you are a holic, it's a bit, it can be a bit maybe worrying because like you can't control, sometimes, for example, when you are foodaholic, you can like eating food, that's great, but when you are a holic, it's something
Yes,
like
you cannot
obsession,
control.
addiction, so there is no control, and this can be
Mm,
a bit
yeah,
actually
yeah,
different. Yeah,
different.
yeah, of course.
Okay, we
Well,
can
so oh,
next.
really time flies.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's finished.
Let me
Chips.
uh, please show me the next line. What is it?
The next
Okay, I can make the sentence with this later. And
course.
the next one, please.
Okay, so this shop around, no, this one is shopaholic, the last one. Just I want you to do something. Would you write your sentences and send them on Skype to me?
Yes, with a
Yeah, of course,
pause
make some
first.
sentences. Shopaholic. This is shopaholic, the last one.
Yes, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I will send it.
Alex, so yeah, of course, why next session? That will be great if you write some sentences using this word. And it's not bad to make a story like, I don't know, using all these phrases. So I think it's really good.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, okay, very good.
Okay.
Well, again, time to go. I
11.
think you need rest. I think you need to go and rest because you feel like a bit sleepy.
Yeah,
So thank
absolutely.
you.
Asleep.
Thank
Yeah.
you
Thank you.
for joining the class despite being a bit tired and sleepy. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Yeah, thank you. Good night. Have a
Bye-bye.
nice sleep. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.